If you're planning on moving to Kelowna BC, or you already live in Kelowna BC and want to know a little bit more about the neighborhoods that make up this amazing city, well then this is going to be the perfect series for you. I'm going to give you an in-depth overview of the lifestyle, the amenities, the schools, and of course the real estate that make up each of these areas, so you can find the perfect place to call home in the Okanagan. And there's no better place to start than in my home neighborhood of Kelowna's Upper Mission. Let's check it out. All right, to start off with, I'm dead smack in the middle of the Upper Mission on one of the walking trails just behind my house. You can see surrounded by some amazing real estate, but we're going to get to that later, so make sure you stick around till the end of the video. The first thing I want to cover is the lifestyle of the Upper Mission. Realistically, you're in a pretty suburban area. You still have great access to downtown, but this is a suburban residential area. The Upper Mission is known for its incredible views, its amazing access to nature, and it's definitely has that family-centered lifestyle here. Now you'll see as we go through a lot of these neighborhood tours, most of the areas are going to be family-friendly neighborhoods, some a little more than others, but when you get to the kind of outskirts, not directly downtown in the center of the city, I definitely feel like the neighborhoods have more of a family feel. But yeah, the lifestyle here, family-centered, great access to nature, and I just think it's one of the most relaxed, enjoyable neighborhoods in the city. But again, I live here, so I'm definitely biased to it. Now, in terms of schools, I will say I feel like the Upper Mission, the Mission areas, and the Glenmore areas are at the top of the list for having some of the best schools in their neighborhoods. Now, the Upper Mission realistically only has one school in the actual neighborhood, and that's Canyon Falls Middle School, which is a beautiful, I think it's the newest school that's been built in Kelowna. It's built up on the hill there, and from what I've heard, it's a fantastic school and a great environment. Now, of course, we have access in the Upper Mission to a ton of the other fantastic schools in the Mission areas, from Dorothea Walker to Anne McClyman to Okanagan Mission Secondary School, which is just down the hill in the lower Mission portion of the Mission neighborhood. And I haven't personally gone there, but my wife has gone there, and from what I hear, they are some of the best schools in Kelowna and West Kelowna. Now, if we're talking amenities, the Upper Mission originally wasn't really known for any of its amenities. If you wanted to go to a grocery store, you wanted to get something from the pharmacy, you wanted to go to a liquor store, coffee shop, you actually had to leave the Upper Mission. But that is no longer the case thanks to the Village at the Ponds, which is a brand new shopping center in our area. And it comes with everything from a liquor store, a Dollarama, a Shoppers Drug Mart, a Save On Foods. It has a yoga studio that's being built. It has a Bosley's. It really has everything you need. So now the residents of the Upper Mission do not have to leave the Upper Mission to get whatever they want. Now, of course, if you're wanting to go to more bars or restaurants, you can head down to the Lower Mission. And again, you're only 10 to 15 minutes away from downtown, so it's quick and easy to get realistically anywhere you want and have a ton of access to amenities. But it's just great now that you don't have to leave here. If you want to get groceries, you have to run out to grab the one thing you forgot. It's incredibly convenient, and I personally just feel like it's elevated the lifestyle here in the Upper Mission. Now, if we're talking about amenities other than just groceries and shopping, the Upper Mission has some incredible access to parks, walking trails, hiking trails, beaches. I mean, we have Quarry Park, which is just down the hill from us. We have the Cedar Creek Dog Park, which I personally think is one of the most beautiful dog parks in the entire city. It's right along the lake, and it has great access to an incredible dog beach. You have Powerline Park, which this trail I'm walking on right now leads to. And then down at the end of Lakeshore, you have Bertram Park, which is a really beautiful and kind of unknown regional park in the area that doesn't get a lot of action, but it's a great place to escape to in the summer. If you're looking to hang out at the beach, go kayaking, go paddleboarding, it's a great place to set up camp and go and hang out for the day in the summer. And one other thing that I think has made the Upper Mission even better over the last couple of years is the fact that they've extended Gordon, one of the main routes that you would take to get to the downtown area. They've extended that up and allowed it to wrap around the Crawford area, around the Village at the Ponds. So now we have alternative routes, because one of the big complaints that people have in the Upper Mission is the traffic in the mornings, which, honest to God, I've never really struggled with. It's nothing compared to the bridge traffic by far, but this has definitely helped alleviate some of that traffic. And now if you want a quick route to Crawford areas, or you want to sneak in the back way to the city center, it's even easier. I can be in Crawford at my in-laws in like 7 minutes, and then you can quickly get to the Southeast Kelowna neighborhood, which is going to have tons of golf courses, all the wineries on the Kelowna side. It's just another thing that's happened in the Upper Mission as of lately that's really increased the lifestyle here and making it even more desirable. So far, I've told you we have some new updated amenities making the Upper Mission even more desirable. We have fantastic schools. We have amazing access to parks and beaches and an all around pretty good lifestyle. So I know I'm selling you on the Upper Mission, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the real estate. But before we do, if you or anybody you know is planning on moving to this area and has any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. You can call me, text me, email me at the information on the screen right now, or book a free consultation with me down in the description. I pride myself as a Kelowna and Okanagan real estate professional and relocation specialist, and I am more than happy to help you out any way I can. Okay, now let's get into the real estate. And if you're wondering why it looks like I've turned around and walking back in the same area, it's because I am. We only have so much daylight this time of year here in Kelowna, so if I'm walking the other direction, I'm completely in the dark. But in terms of real estate, the Upper Mission has a ton of variety. You can definitely expect bigger, more custom style homes here. On average, over 2,800 square feet. Here we have a variety of different styles. Like I said, custom built homes, craftsman style homes, kind of that Tuscany inspired style homes. We have some amazing new builds, especially up the hill on Gordon in what they call the Trailhead at the Ponds, which is a master plan community where a bunch of different builders have gotten together and created this kind of luxury style custom home living. Often the places have either a view, a pool, a suite, sometimes all three, and they are some pretty incredible homes. Now, in terms of townhouses, we do have a small amount, and most of those are going to be up at the top of the hill on Gordon at an area we call Kuiper's Peak. A small amount of townhomes, not too much. There are a lot more townhomes in the Kettle Valley area, which is just adjacent to the Upper Mission. And we were really lacking in terms of condos and apartments in our area, but now right behind the village at the ponds, they've created this whole new apartment complex called the Ascent, and they are just in the process of building it, and they are going to be getting into pre-sales. And based on the information on their website, the studio base level apartments are starting as low as $284,900, which is incredibly cheap for here. But again, you are just getting a studio. But I think those are going to turn out really nicely, and they're going to have some incredible views of the city. But I would definitely say what the Upper Mission is mostly known for is it's single family homes for sure. The single family homes, you know, Upper Mission is one of the more expensive areas. The median price for a home here in the last year is $1.2 million, $30,000. But the nice part is you can get a ton of variety. There are homes under $1 million here, which if you're looking at the average price for a home in all of Kelowna, that's going to be over $1 million. So it's great that you can still get semi-affordable options. I'm talking in terms of Kelowna real estate for single family homes here. You get a lot of great size in your homes here. You have homes with suites, some incredible views, homes with pools, some luxury estates. So there is a large variety from one end of the spectrum to the other, but you're definitely paying a price to have this kind of lifestyle up here for sure. Now, before I get into who I feel like the Upper Mission is for, I'm just going to quickly go over the big cons that people talk about in this area, and I've already mentioned both of them, and that is people do complain about the traffic going during the rush hour times in the morning, down past Gordon, down on the lakeshore side of things, getting into the downtown area. I honestly, that's one I've never really been able to agree with. Yeah, I can get backed up a bit, but like you're adding an extra 10 minutes onto your trip. I've never really had to be late for work or backed up so severely like the bridge traffic can get sometimes. But that is something that people complain about. And then the last one, we just talked about it. It's one of the more expensive areas. So you do have to pay a pretty penny if you're wanting to live in this area. And there definitely are more affordable options. I, for one, just think the lifestyle and what you get for what you pay for here is entirely worth it. So having said that, who do I feel like this neighborhood is for? Well, I feel like it's a great area for families and people who want to have access to the amenities of a city while being on the outskirts and living that suburban lifestyle. And if you're somebody who needs or wants a bigger home, wants to have that pool, wants to have those views, this is probably going to be the best area in the Kelowna side of things for views, and definitely the area that's going to have some of the bigger homes on the market. And that's the thing, as I go through this series, that's one of the biggest things you're going to realize is there are going to be tons of areas that are going to work for your lifestyle. And even more importantly, one of the more crucial things I think you need to know is the areas that aren't going to work for you and your family, you and your partner's lifestyle. And so to figure that out, you can do two things. You can continue to watch this series and watch all of my videos to learn more about Kelowna and the Okanagan area. Or if you want to be even more direct, you can reach out to me directly. You can text me, email, call me at the information on the screen right now. Or you can book a free 30-minute consultation with me in the description down below. I'm more than happy to sit down with you, answer any questions you may have, and make your decision a little more simpler and your transition as smooth as possible. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions about the Upper Mission, make sure to reach out to me. Again, my name is Brett Paholi, your Okanagan real estate professional and relocation specialist. This is my Kelowna and the Okanagan Neighborhood Series. If you like this, stick around. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more videos exactly like this, and I hope to catch you in the next video.